All right, we are live. I really hope the volume is working because this is a take two. Take two. We don't want to manifest that four, but we'll do a double piece. All right, I hope I'm manifesting. Someone is going to come on now so we can do a volume check. Mic check, mic check. I wonder if there's a way that I can see it. Okay, I'm just going to trust that this is working. All right. So sometimes in life we just got to flow with it. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mic check. 1, 2, 3. How are we doing? Can you hear me? Hopefully, yes. You lost a couple. Okay, but you can hear me? You can hear me? I think you can. I'm going to light some Palo Santo in the meantime until we get a confirmation on that. Is that a yes? Can you hear me? Okay. So welcome. I've been doing these live channeled messages. Okay, we got a yes. Woo! I've been doing these live channeled messages on YouTube. This is like day 3, and honestly, we've entered a portal. Like, this feels so fun and life-giving, and that is my vow for you, to leave this video feeling like like you're just like you're breathing in snow. You know that feeling when you're, I don't know, this might not be the most relatable to everyone, but like what's coming up to me is like that feeling when you smell crisp snow and it just cleans everything within you from the inside out. So that's my intention here today. And I like to do a little meditation to ground so we both can be in this receptive mode from a place of, I am ready to be ready, right? Because I don't know when this video is finding you, right? You know, life is busy. There's so many things to think about, to do, and sometimes we just need a sacred reminder that it's safe to go slow. And that is why, I don't know if I put it because I had to start over, but I chose the visual of a snail for this video's like visual representation because that felt like the theme of the message today, is just to remind you that it's safe to go slow and you are time itself. Like when we really think about quantum physics, right? Nothing and everything is happening both at the same time. And if that is true, right? Each one will have their own perspective of this, but just for a moment, let's get curious with it. But if that's really true, what that really means is you are time. You are creating your reality. So you can never be late to the party because you are the party, right? You are the clock. Clack, 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 clack. Right? So I feel like today, let's just hug each other in this element. Like, I'm proud of myself. It's safe to rest. It's safe to rise. It's safe to be in this element of receiving, right? Because also, I wrote this. So this morning, by the way, I woke up at 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning, okay, because I thought there was a massive tarantula on me. Okay. So that's how I woke up this morning. Literally, I was just woke up. I was like, oh, like I pushed something, you know, I thought it was a tarantula, but it wasn't. It was my hair, right? Um, so I still need to tap into the symbolic element of that. But I'm also, hello. I'm also feeling the energy of a spider and weaving your reality into place by allowing yourself to be in an element of receiving, right? But wait, there was a point of why I said that. And I think it's because there was this thing that came through that I wanted to share with you. Oh, it's in my phone. Okay. We freestyle here, by the way. It's that important that I'm going to find it. Okay. So yeah, it's so simple, but it feels so significant to share with you. And let me know if this resonates. But what I got when I was walking this morning was the more relaxed you are, the more you receive. The more relaxed you are, the more you will receive. And when we're going through challenges in our life, right? There's this old programming that kind of convinces us that we have to like burn out and logically figure it out right away or else, we're doomed. When really, if we just allow ourselves to become grounded and in that element of observation, the solutions will find us. And don't get me wrong, I know I'm saying that. And simultaneously, I'm like, it's easier said than done for sure. Because when shit hits the fan, it's like this automatic response to panic, right? But I think that's also why personally I love meditation so much. And I'm so curious, what your thoughts are on this. But I love meditation because there was a version of me that would always be in anxiety, depression, stressing all the time. Like, what a waste of energy. And it served me. I'm really grateful for that part of me because it taught me so much about duality and frequency and manifestation and my nervous system. But now, when shit hits the fan, so to speak, I really tap into this element of being an owl that rises up and sees things from a bird's eye perspective before I react. And because I have a daily meditation practice, I'm able to tap into that. But without a consistent practice, which by the way, I truly believe there's so many different shapes and styles of meditation. There's no right way. I'm never going to preach to you that there's one way. I think each of us has our own style, and I think it's beautiful. As long as you're finding, a safe, inspiring, devotional space to like do that self-discovery work, I think you're killing it, right? Like, there's so many people who don't do that. So just the fact that you come into the sacred union within yourself and you allow yourself to open your divinity, that's huge, right? That's a superpower. It truly is, right? So yeah, that's a little spiel over there. So let's meditate now that you guys can hear me and just tap into, it's interesting because I see this vision where I want us to ground the soles of our feet because also I feel like if you're here, most likely you are a mystic, you are a light worker, you're very tapped into your mediumship, right? And it's very ethereal. And one of our biggest challenges as mystical beings that are very empathic and tapped into the ether, right, is grounding ourselves, is rooting above with the below, right? So the heavens and the earth, the root chakra, the solar plexus, the sacral. So I want us to ground the soles of our feet so that we can really just balance out our inner divinity and our masculine and feminine side, okay? So if you can sit on a chair, go for it. But I want you to be intuitive here of what you need. If you want to lie down, you can. But then I will say you are the creator of the meditation. So I'm going to guide based on sitting down, right, with your soles of your feet on the ground. And you'll just have to kind of freestyle and use my guidance, but change it to what's true to you, okay? Whew. Yes, let me just take a breath real quick, shake the hair, like, oh my gosh. I'm so excited to be here with you, truly. What a blessing. All right, so just feeling into the soles of your feet, feel that presence of just sitting up, tuning into your spine, rolling the shoulders back, feeling your chest open up, the love machine right here. Like this right here is the gold, okay? This right here is your 3D printer. So just feeling into your version of alignment and just giving yourself permission to slow down. And I'm going to transition my voice too. I'm just so amped and stoked right now. And just coming to a steady breath, closing your eyes if you haven't already, and just allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to go slow. We're going to be here for just a few minutes to really just unravel, coming to your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Maybe even adding a little shake, a little wiggle. Be intuitive here. Rolling your shoulders back once again. And see if you can imagine the soles of your feet growing roots. And these roots are piercing through the soles of your feet, touching the carpet or the wooden floor, going all the way down, 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 down into the cracks of, the cement, the dirt, all the things, just allowing your roots to find its fluidity as it travels down, 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 so much so that you start to see the Earth's core. How does the Earth's core look like to you? Created in your mind's eye. Feel into that you are going down to the Earth's core. And it feels inviting. It feels grounding. It feels like it's inviting you to root into something bigger than yourself. So just like two magnets coming together, connect yourself, the roots of you and your essence, into the Earth's core. You are now activated with the Earth's core. And really feel into that as you take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And maybe on the next inhale, you start to observe what needs alchemy. Maybe there's an experience that happened during the week that is just feeling heavy. It's in your mind, you're overplaying it, and you're just ready. You're ready to let it go. Maybe it's a person, a place, just something that it feels heavy. On the next exhale, send it down to Mother Gaia. Send it down to the Earth's core. Allow yourself to alchemize it here and now. As you breathe in and breathe out, sending all the density down, 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 down. Trusting yourself, trusting the experience, allowing yourself to just be an observation, giving thanks for the challenge. And as you let it go, just noticing, what did it teach you? What did it teach you? And as much as it was probably annoying, just giving it a sacred bow of gratitude as you let it go again and again and again, and it's being flushed down to the earth can hold it. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Letting your breath be your anchor, letting your breath be your purifier. Now taking this time to travel back up your roots. You're grabbing your roots. You're seeing yourself climbing up just like you're Tarzan or Jane, whatever superhero that climbs up ropes. Just allowing yourself now to travel back up, knowing that you've let something go today. And feel into how amazing that is. I'm proud of you, because that takes true courage to receive, to alchemize, to forgive. Traveling back up, all the way back up, 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 until you make it to the soles of your feet. Maybe even bringing some movement to your little toes. Feel into that movement and how good it feels to even feel sensation in the feet. these beautiful feet, legs that allow you to live your mission and go from place to place. Just giving gratitude to that space of your body, maybe even taking your hands and just brushing from the knees down to the ankles in gratitude and observation. Remember, your breath here is your anchor. So steady breath. Beautiful. And when you're ready, you can come back up, just sitting nice and tall, maybe even rolling your shoulders once again. Now I invite you to bring your hands to prayer and just feel into your palms, bringing some light force to the palms of your hand. Feel into them. Feel into the tips of your fingers. You're alive. You're here. You're doing it. You're a freaking rock star. And just breathing into that sensation, that celebration, and taking this moment to just bow down to your own divinity. And when you bring your head down, do it nice and slow, mindfulness. Taking a deep breath in, and a deep breath out, giving yourself thanks, setting an intention if you haven't already. How do you want to feel for the rest of your day? Coming back up, nice and slow, mindfulness, slow and steady. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, you can open your eyes to your space. Wow, that was fun. Thank you. If you want to share how that was for you, go ahead and do so. But now I'll just hop in and share with you a few other channeled messages that came through, and then we will close today. And by the way, I will be live again tomorrow and the day after that. We're on a roll, okay? As far as a consistent time, I'm not sure how to go about that yet. On a personal note, I am going through a lot of change in my own life. So consistency really is right now through my frequency. And I feel like that is a mirrored message for someone here today. You know, I actually spoke about this on yesterday's message, but surrender the outcome and hold the frequency. Yay. Michael is saying, thank you so much. That was so helpful. I'm so happy that you gave yourself permission to drop in, right? That's honestly the hardest part, is giving ourselves permission to become the conduit to receive something that's bigger than ourselves, but also to listen to ourselves too. It's definitely a co-creation. So anyways, I just want to say that hopefully as we grow together, right, I'll be able to be like, yo, I'm going to be live at this time every day. Meet me there. But for now, let's just play with the element of fluidity. So there was something that I wrote down, and I'm so curious what you're going to feel about this. But I wrote down avoidance as presence. And it kind of came as this thought bubble when a mentor was telling me, like, Maya, if you're not obsessed about it, you're not going to really succeed. And it brought up something in me where I could understand the truth, but I wanted to resist that because I feel like, just like we were talking about how meditation comes in different shapes and sizes, I feel like so does this element of being obsessed about your purpose. So I'm so curious if you know what your purpose is here on planet Earth. Like, if I can just say, like, yo, what is your purpose? Do you know what that is? Maybe you don't, and that's literally something that you're trying to figure out right now, right? So when she told me this, reflected this to me, it made me feel all sorts of things, because sometimes we are in a chapter, a season of life where we're being called to heal our masculine side within without overdoing, over burning ourselves out. This hustle culture, I believe, is slowly coming to a close. And we're opening a cycle where we get just as much done if we allow ourselves to enter this state of restoration, relaxation. Like the answers come when our nervous system feels safe. Our answers come when we allow ourselves to go slow, not overextend and burn ourselves out. And why it's in connection to this, you know, just statement that she shared is because obsession, I don't even know if, like, I feel like to me, I'm thinking of devotion, right? Like, yeah, someone here is saying, by the way, what is your first name? I'm so curious because you're awesome. You always comment on my videos all the time. Like, I'm so grateful to you, always bringing your point of view and your love, and I'm just so grateful. But someone here is saying discipline to a purpose. It takes our presence, our work. Yes. So obsession, right? Like maybe it's just the fact that that word, has a subconscious element to it, like a block. But when I changed what she was saying with devotion, my nervous system felt better, right? Like when you have devotion, you will be successful, or you are successful. So maybe someone also needs to hear that for that reprogramming element, but also to like give yourself permission to be in the in between. Be in the in between. There's this beautiful element of self discovery that happens when we're going from A to B, right? There's a big pivotal thing that happened in our life. For example, you get a divorce, or you even have a kid, you change your job, you move locations, you lose someone, like, right? There's just like this big thing that happened, aka a dark night of the soul, even a what else? A tower moment, whatever you want to call it, a spiritual awakening, this big moment in your evolution that has happened where you're like, okay, I need to embody change, even though change is the most constant thing, right? But I think there comes this point where we're conscious to the fact that if nothing changes, nothing will change. Like, nothing changes if nothing changes. So it's like, it's up to us, it's up to you to be the catalyst of your own evolution, or else you're just going to wallow in your own low frequency. And there's a time and place for it. Like I was saying before, I actually don't know if it was in this segment because I had to record this again, but I was saying, like, I feel like toxic positivity sucks. Like I'm not a fan for that. I think a part of doing a true soul evolution, energetic upgrade, is really with being radically honest of your emotional state, even if it's at a low vibration, right? Because sometimes it's like we've been programmed, if you're not happy, be quiet, right? I don't know if any of you guys understand or have lived through dysfunctional family systems. I feel like most humans do. It's very rare when you meet someone who tells you like, my family is very loving. It does happen, but it's it's very rare. So I'll read the comments after. Sorry guys, it's kind of distracting, but I love that you guys are sharing your thoughts. But what's coming up is like some of us have this old programming that if we're not happy, just don't say anything, right? So I just want to make it clear that I lost my train of thought, but I want to make it clear that a part of the true healing from the inside out happens when we're actually radically honest with our anger, with our grief, with the things that just like really triggered us, the betrayal, right? The abandonment, all the things. the love that was conditional versus unconditional love, right? So all these experiences that our soul chose in this lifetime to experience for her own evolution, right? It's an honor, but in order to honor it, we must first grieve it. We must first grieve it. The student of truth. I'm just seeing that right now. Student of truth. And I love that. Yes. Student of truth. We're all students of truth. And I think too, like when we sit in the truth of the discomfort, that sounds funny, but in the discomfort of being a human, which is basically going to combat school of duality, of realizing that it's the light and the dark and the dark and the light. And when we stop running away from the darkness, the shadows, our light expands, our truth expands, right? So, like, self trust is everything. For me, it's like that is my main pillar right now, is learning how to trust myself. And for years, I did not trust myself because I really was on this loop that I'm not worthy of trusting myself because that's what was projected to me. But at some point, to really do that like deep dive in your healing journey, you have to take responsibility for your karmic struggles. And only then can you make a true change, right? So I'm going to tune into what you guys are saying. I'm certain I have a purpose, which seems to have to do with being in community to create the new earth. Yes. Oh, I love that. Right? I feel a lot of us here are are the healers of the new earth for sure. I totally resonate with that. My obsession is with learning about spiritual truth and fundamental physics and mathematics. Love that, Michael. Yes. You know what's interesting now that you say that is like I feel the reason why I even got like defensive in my own way, like I didn't show it. I'm really good at being coachable, right? But I think it's because I'm still healing my divine masculine side. And I'm curious how you guys feel as masculines, right? You guys are in the journey, living in the suit of it. But I'm curious on your perspective of healing the divine masculine from the masculine point of view. But I know for me as a feminine, it is this concept that if I don't overwork, I'm not valuable and I won't be loved. And as someone who is, you know, a multidimensional artist, which I feel like most of us here are, we wear many hats. So I think I'm still healing this karmic residue within me that is like annoyed that I have to do everything alone. So when she said like be obsessed, I just felt like, oh, like, what do you mean be obsessed? Like I am obsessed. I'm just doing it my own way. And it's a little bit slower now because I need a second to like recalibrate my nervous system to really believe that it's safe for me to operate in my masculine side. Because until now, it hasn't been safe. Or what I was doing was just me hitting a wall over and over again. Hello, hello, beautiful soul. We have a new soul here. So, anyways, this is the spiel of today. This felt very like an open dialogue, and I love these actually. It was a little bit different than the other messages. So, before we come to a close, I want to just open the space since the chat is very abundant today. Does someone just want to share what they're going through? Like, what are you transforming, right? That you're noticing? What is the challenge that you're so motivated to transform right now in your life? I'm going to also read the comments out loud. Michael says the intuition comes through my feminine, but the masculine seems to process the feminine wisdom that comes through. Interesting. So like analytically, you're like, ooh, it's safe to receive. Because that's also something I feel like the masculine, right? Like when it's aligned and healed, you know, that could be a topic in itself. But I know like the feminine, we're meant to, the feminine side within us is like the creative, the nurturing side, the rest and rise, and the masculine really is that analytic side, like action, community, even that fire energy of just like bringing it all together. All right, I'm going to wait to see if anyone wants to share anything. But in the meantime, I'm just so grateful for all of you guys. It's been so fun to meditate with you and riff. I will be back tomorrow and we'll continue this going. Essentially what I do is I wake up, I meditate, and I ask, like, what does the collective need to know? Like, what can I share today? So we're going to just have fun with it because I see myself as a freestyle master. And I love it because it allows me to just to learn, right? We're talking about the new earth healers. And I feel like the new earth healers are ready to be ready because we're holding the frequency of unconditional love and abundance, even in the chaos. So much so we're ready for anything, right? We're ready to freaking transmute. We're walking air purifiers. Let's go. Like, how can I be of service? But also, before I close, something that's been a very big theme in my life is as we step into the role of the healer, which really is just saying leadership, okay? Let's just, if the woohoo stuff is a little bit much for anyone out here who's watching this, that's like, what? Even though I trust, like, the language, but it's just leadership. That's all it is, right? And to be like balanced in our leadership, we first got to pour into our own cup, okay? And I know someone needs to hear this today. I see you, empathic soul, always giving, but are you giving to yourself? It has to be this reciprocity energy. It's just like when you're on the airplane and they ask you to first put the air mask on yourself and then help someone else if, God forbid, something happened to the air supply, right? So same concept here. So I just want to reflect that to my beautiful leaders up in the house. Like, make sure you're taking time to fill your cup because you're worthy of that. We don't want to give on an empty supply because when we do that, we're continuing the cycle of the wounded healer, right? We want to transform into the sovereign healer who understands discernment, who leads, even with sacred boundaries, right? We have to understand our body intelligence. When we need to take a break, we take a break. When we're ready to go, we go. And that tunes into this whole balance and harmony of the divine masculine within and divine feminine within that we're talking about. All right. Okay. I think we're done for today. Yes, we are. Wow, we're 32 minutes in. What? Okay, guys, I love you so much. I'm truly keeping each of you in my prayers. May this video interaction just infuse the rest of your day with so much abundance, joy, creativity, groundation, which is really a reggae band, but I just like it as a word, groundation. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being a part of this chat. You guys are awesome. I'll see you soon, okay? All right. Bye. Go rest. It is safe to rest and rise. Bye.